everyone. Today I want to talk about something that I find there are several common similar issues which are driving costs up for small businesses, particularly as they're trying to become more and more sustainable, or they're starting their journey. So, what happens is that we're having some solutions come into play that are driving cost up and not giving the desired impact or positive impact that we're looking for. So I just shared a post on the topic. You can follow through there if you'd like. And I'm going to start with an example. So I'll demonstrate this issue of how costs are going up through this example. I don't if you enjoy having ice cream and you're going to ice cream shops, you'll notice that now a lot of ice cream shops are offering these compostable spoons. So the compostable spoons are used to sample, all of the flavors that they have. So before the compostable spoon, of course, these spoons were commonly made of plastic. And what happened there is that in the first efforts towards becoming more sustainable and people are becoming more and more concerned with their plastic use, some businesses, at least in my area, I see that it's the small businesses that are making these changes and they've moved to the compostable spoon. So what happens there? If you know about composting or the compostability of these materials, so if you don't throw this compostable spoon in, or it's not being collected to be taken to a facility where it will be composted, what happens basically is that if it goes in recycling, it's going to contaminate recycling streams, so it's not helpful there. And if it goes to landfill, which is where it will most likely go, it's not going to biodegrade, it's not going to compost. It needs specific industrial facilities to compost it. And these facilities and collections are not available in the majority of cities. I know where I live, they're not available, and I know in many other places they're not available as well. So here, what has happened? So this business, in this great attempt to really improve its impact, has gone out of its way. And especially with small businesses, you know how difficult time management is, and you're usually pressed for time. So you've done the research, you're looking for these new materials, you've spoken to suppliers, you've done cost comparison, and of course the cost is likely more expensive. So the cost of these spoons is more expensive, and you've had very little positive impact done. So here the only positive impact possibly done is the feedstock for these compostable spoons, so the material that's been used to make them. But where it's going and the impact that it's going to have after it's been used really has done not much. Okay, so there is no positive impact being made. So I'm going to give also here another example in fashion. So for fashion businesses, the biggest new thing now, as you're moving towards becoming more sustainable in fashion, you hear it all the time. It's recycled plastic into fabric, recycled. And this recycling plastic into fabrics, into clothes, it has a lot of problems. So we have microfibers that come off of these clothes. They're incredibly difficult to recycle themselves. So we've done one loop, okay, and then we have this garment that is likely not the best quality. And how long is it going to last, right? And there is no clear channel for this to be recycled again. And we have to understand that plastic can only be recycled 2 or 3 times. So this here is an issue. So what has the business done here? Again, especially with small businesses that don't have the luxury to spend a lot of time, money on looking for these new materials and looking for these solutions. So what's happened here again is that the company has spent time, looked for this material, paid more for this material, and put out a product that they are excited about, they are proud of. However, the consequences of this product or the impact at least the the positive impact has been very, very minimal. So there are so many of these examples around. If you've seen any of them, definitely please share, put that in the comments, and I'd love to have a conversation about that with you. So these are two examples that I see around all the time of moving from, let's say, plastic packaging straight to compostable packaging, looking for new materials that might have a lower impact or a more positive impact on the environment. But effectively, when you look into it, they're more expensive and they're not doing or giving a great result. So what do we do instead? And this here is very important. So I'm not here just to complain about these things. We need to find better solutions. You need to study or work on finding all the facets of these new materials. And it's not just about materials. Circular economy is inherently about using less material. So there are solutions that can be used through business models, through changing business models. Think about take-back schemes, think about return, think about reuse. There are so many solutions there that we can explore that will likely bring your cost down. So there are solutions in that, and many other solutions in the way you communicate your products, in trend setting. So there's a multitude of places that you can explore to really go towards becoming a circular and hopefully even regenerative business. So the idea of moving from one let's say material and replacing it for another, this one-to-one, is almost always likely going to generate a higher cost. Okay, so my recommendations, definitely, obviously I'm in this business because I think it does make a difference. So study. Learn circular economy. Whatever business you join, if you're going to have a management position, you're going to learn about management. If you're going to have an accounting position, you're going to learn about accounting. So the same thing happens with circular economy and sustainability. Study about it, learn how it works, and this is where you can find these new innovations. You can explore a new way of doing things and find better impact, better results, and cost saving, right? So you'll be able to manage these costs to save these costs. Of course, if you don't have the time to do that, work with someone that has this experience. Research, and there is a great advantage right now. There's government funding, so see if you can locate this government funding to cover the costs of your training. And if you'd like some more information on that, especially if you are in Europe, I would be more than glad to help you find how you can cover the costs of your training and possibly consulting as well. Thank you so much for joining today. And if you missed or if you want to see one of the examples, at least that I've given here, it's in the post that I just shared today. Bye.